Hello everyone. So today we are going to have an informative video on what limits the minimum and maximum size of an unicellular organism. So as we all know that mycoplasma are the smallest cells which are known till date, and so we'll take this mycoplasma example to understand how the lower limit of the unicellular organism is decided. Now the size of mycoplasma is just 0.3 micrometer or 300 nanometers. So it is in the range of nanometers. Now its size is limited by minimum number of each biomolecule required by the cell. So now as we all know that there are certain biomolecules present in the even in the bacterial cells, and certain minimum number of that biomolecules are required. So for example, a single bacterial ribosome is about the size of 20 nanometers, okay, in its longest dimension. So if we want to fit this 20 nanometer ribosomes in this 300 nanometer cell, so few ribosomes might take up the space in this 300 nanometer mycoplasmal cells. So a few ribosomes take up a substantial fraction of the volume of mycoplasmal cells. So the lower limit is 300 nanometer till now, which we have discovered. So this is the image of this mycoplasma cell. Now we'll go to the upper limit of this size. Now the upper limit is decided by a process. So as we all know that bacteria obtain their nutrients via simple diffusion from the surrounding environments. So they don't have this complicated processes like eukaryotes. They just obtain nutrients via simple diffusion process across their cell membranes, and this is what it limits its larger size. Because the bacteria of larger size will have a lower ratio of cell membrane surface area to volume, and this would limit the uptake of nutrients. So a large bacteria will have a lower surface area, so the surface area will be low and the volume will be high, due to which this nutrient uptake would be limited. And this is the reason why large bacteria might starve easily unless they have a backup mechanism. Now why I have mentioned this backup mechanism, we will talk in the next slide. Yeah, so this is the exception, Theomargarita namibiensis, and it is the largest bacterium known with a size of 0.1 to 0.3 millimeters. So millimeters, as we all know that millimeter is very large, and we can easily see it with the naked eye. See, this is the cell, and it is the same of size of the head of a fruit fly. So this is a fruit fly, and you can compare its head with the size of this cell. Now the bacterium is chemolithotropic and is capable of using nitrate as a terminal electron acceptor in the electron transport chain. So as we all use oxygen as humans as terminal electron acceptor, this bacteria is able to use nitrate. And this T. namibiensis has large vacuoles of nitrates in his cell, which contributes to 80% of this size. And therefore this large vacuole of nitrates only overcomes the limitation of large size in starvation. So because of this large vacuoles of nitrates, they do not starve even if they have large size, and this is the reason only why they have this much large size. So that's it for today guys. See you in the next video. Thank you.